Trading is beautiful, like we all know. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you the secret of Trendline. I'm going to be taking you through how you can become that person that you can determine the trend of a particular currency, of a particular commodity. How you can determine when to enter the market and when to leave the market. How you can by yourself identify and draw the trend line. With trend line, believe me, you can win almost all your trades. You are going to see it right here, because I'm going to take you as if you are doing, as if we are lecturing ourselves ABC. It's going to be very, very easy and very, very simple. So this is just like a bonus video for everyone interacting on our previous video when we discussed about support and resistance. I really appreciate you guys likes, comments, and you sharing the video. So if you haven't seen that video also, please try to check the video where I discuss about support and resistance. And also, this content I'm about to share with you, I'm very sure you are going to like it. Just stick to the end of this video, because I am going to be showing you something that is going to wow you. This is just like a basic. You are going to learn it like a beginner and you will master it. Is very simple. I am going to do everything right here on your face, so you are going to see everything. So thank you everyone. Don't forget to like, subscribe to this video. So let's just get started so we won't waste much of our time. So what I'm going to do right now is, let me just clear my chart, or better still, we can use a new one. Let me see. Okay, let's use a new chart where we have nothing on it. So my internet is kind of this from now, so I'm going to remove everything on this chart. I'm going to close everything on this chart, the RSI and all like that. Remember, what I'm going to be teaching you right now is how you can draw a trend line and how you can identify it. It is very simple, and you will see how you can win a trade for it. Believe me, this information I'm about to share with you cost a lot from some people, and you can see a lot of videos about trend line, yes and that, but I'm going to teach you as if that I'm going to teach you in a way that you can open this video, open your laptop and backtest it. You'll see everything. So now this is our chart. This is an empty chart, 1 hour time frame. I would recommend you to be using either 1 hour, 4 hours when you are drawing something like this, so you can match up. And you can also use 15 minutes. 15 minutes also is best for doing things like this. So this is our chart. Let's just go. Let's get to business, because this is very, very interesting and you are going to fall in love with it. So let's get to business. Okay, so this is 15 minutes. I'm going to take it back to 1 hour. So on your trading view, just change your time frame to like 1 hour, or you can use 4 hours time frame. So now this is our trend line tools here. You just come here, then you pick. You can see this is trend line, so this is the tool here. You select trend line. Remember when we discussed about support and resistance, we make use of this horizontal line that was on our previous video. So this is the trend line here. Pick the trend line, select it. It's going to be like this. Now when you are drawing the trend line is going to help you to know the current trend of the market. And with trend line, you can know what is about to happen in the market next. You see, one thing about this market is they always move according to trend. Yes, so if you master this, you are going to see this. So I'm going to draw trend line for you, and after drawing one trend line, I'm going to explain the reason and everything, the psychology behind the trend line, and how I pick the trend line. So let me start by drawing this trend line first. Okay, let me pick. Let's start from, let's just use one of the previous candles. So let's just take it like this. Okay, let me do it on this. Let me do this. So from here, this is an uptrend already, so let me just pick this from here, connect to here, then here, and here. So I believe you are seeing what I'm doing, please. Okay, I'm starting from here. So this is the first line. You can see what I did just here is like me just drawing a line crossing this and that. Now I want to explain something, because yeah, we don't need to draw much if we don't understand whatever we are doing. Now look at this line I drew right here, this line coming from here. You see, for you to have a valid trend line, it must touch two peaks or two troughs. But I won't be using, I don't want to use any forest term right now. Remember I said I am going to be taking us as if we are just learning as a beginner. So I want you to understand this thing. So one thing we understand about candlestick is we know that we have a wick and we have the body. So we know that this rope, you understand, is like a rope of a candle. Let's say your normal candle, you purchase normal candle, you know there is always a rope on top of the candle. So that rope on top of the candle is the wick, and the whole full body of the candle is the body. So now, for you to have a valid trend line, you see, your trend line, you can draw this line I drew right now, you can draw your trend line, draw it to pass across anywhere. I'm going to show you how it works. So I want you to do something. If you are on your laptop, open a chart, an empty chart, try to draw a trend line and draw it just this line I drew right here, this diagonal, just draw it. But one thing you have to understand, for you to know that, oh, whatever line you do right now, it must touch at least 2 weeks. Like you can see, it touch here once, 2 weeks, or it touch here, this is another touch here too. So it must touch at least 2. I might change my trend line and make the trend line to start from this place also. It's also valid. So it's not a must you take it from a far distance. You might also reduce that. So it must touch at least 2 of these other candles. You can see it's touching the wick of this candle. It's also touching the wick of this candle. So it must touch at least 2 to make it a valid trend. 1, 2. It must touch at least 2. It can touch more than 2, 3, 4, or 5, or 10. But for it to be a valid trend line, it must touch at least 2. So this is an example of a trend line moving in an uptrend direction. So remember, go on your trade. For you to have a valid trend line, before you can draw your trend line, that what is going to make your trend line to be a valid trend line is it must touch at least 2. If you are drawing the one from the bottom as well, it must touch at least 2. Let me show you example of bottom. Just pick your trend line. We can use this exact place right here. So let me still use, let's maintain this. Let me use this. So okay, let me use this line. So let me use this line like this. So okay, I have 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touch. You can see this is where I'm looking. See where I'm looking here. I have 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touch. So you can see 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touch. This is another touch here where our trend line is starting from. So this is it, guys. Now I'm going to delete this trend line, but let me just leave it there. Now this is we going on an uptrend. This is another trend line at the bottom here. You can see this is the one at the top, this is the one at the bottom here. Now let me show you something, how you can trade this trend line. How you can trade this trend line and you'll be profitable from trading this. Now how you can trade this trend line. Now look at something here. We have this on top, we have this at the bottom. Now look at this candle coming from here. Immediately the candle touches this trend line, you can see a retracement coming back to touch another part here. As a trader, remember this is 1 hour time frame, meaning every candles represent 1 hour. Now there is one thing we call trend line break and trend line bounce. We call it trend line break, trend line bounce. So trend line break, trend line bounce is going to be, if I should discuss about this now, it's going to be another topic on its own. So if you want me to discuss about this on our next video, please let me know in the comment section below. Trend line, okay, sorry, I have to put trend line bounce break. So we have trend line break, we have trend line bounce. I'm going to show you the trend line break and the trend line bounce in this. So maybe on our next video, if you want me to make a video on that, I'm going to talk more on this. Now look at this. This is an example of trend line bounce. Market moving in this direction, touches this trend line, come back and touch the lower trend line and move back up again, touch this trend line, touch. So you can see that every time market is moving in this direction, this trend line is serving as a support for it. Whenever as a resistance for it, whenever the market is going up and coming down, the downtrend line we have here is serving as a support. So you can see once it touches here, it move up, it went up again to touch the trend line at the top, serving as a resistance, coming back to touch here, serving as a support again. So if you want to trade, some traders do trade on trend line break, trend line bounce. That means whenever market is here, they will just go for, okay, starting from here, market coming down here, after they have this confirmation, they will just go for a long, they will go for a long trade, just like they'll just go for a long position at somewhere here. So as long position, they'll just put their take profit around, because you know this is an uptrend, so we are going to have an higher highs, so they can put their take profit around here when it's going to touch the trend line again, and they'll put their stop loss at the recent low. So you can see this is a profit. They will make this profit, and they might do this again from here once they have these reversal candles indicating that the market is going to go down after touching this trend line. They are going to go for a short again. So now, why some traders do not trade this trend line bounce? This is called trend line bounce. Some traders only trade the trend line breaks. That means, now look at how this trend line breaks works. Whenever this is a break here, this is a break here. Let me take a circle. So this is a break here. At this region here, we have a break. So now you can see the market actually break out of this trend line. So breaking out of this trend line is another opportunity to go for a trade. Now look at it. As a trader, if I want to trade this market, immediately I see that, okay, this trend line break out of this market, and I can see a confirmation candle. This green candle is a confirmation candle showing that the market is going to continue buying and in an uptrend. And you know we are already in an uptrend. And in an uptrend, whenever you are in an uptrend, you always look for a buy, for a buy opportunity, for buys opportunity. So like this, seeing this break like this, now I'm just going to go for my trade. I'll just go for my trade. I'll just go for long position because of this buy. So I will enter my trade at the end of this particular candle here, this red candle. I'll just go for my trade here, go for long, and I can just target 1:2 or 1:3 ratio. I might take my profit at this psychological level at 1.28800. This is a psychological level here. I also want to take you guys on psychological level. If you want me to make that video also sooner, please let me know. So I'll put my stop loss at this place here inside the trend line region. So this is a big profit for me. I've bagged a big profit and I'm out of the market. So this is how you trade. Now let me show you, let me take you one thing you also need to know. Remember, I said whenever you have something like this, after drawing your trend line, the market break through the uptrend, break through this trend line in an uptrend, and you will see that the market will continue up. You can see here this trend line, this upper trend line serve as a support at this region. Now the market keeps moving up. Now one thing you should also know is whenever the market should break your trend line down, this is an up break. Breaking this trend line up, we can see this reaction market going up. So now if you are in a trade and you see a market that breaks this trend line down, that means you should be going for a sell. And look at what happened. Upon breaking this trend line down and I see this confirmation candle, I will just go in for my short. I will just go in for my short at this area. I will go for my short and I'm going to take my profits at the next psychological level at 1.27600. Psychological level is, they are the best area for you to take your profits. 1.26, 1.27600. Yeah, 1.27600 is the psychological level, which I'm also, like I said, if you want me to make the video on psychological level, let me know. So I'll just take my profits here and you can see our profit was smashed out easily take profit smashed out. So that is how you trade with Trendline. So you can draw Trendline from anywhere, so long it's touching two top or two down. So you can draw your trend line from anywhere. You can take your trend line like this. Your trend line can be like this, touching this, touching this, touching this as well. Your trend line can be like this. You can even make it longer. So you can, that is it. You can have your trend line. I'm going to show you something. Your trend line can even, in fact, at times I have some trend line that will just keep going from far distance. I'm going to show you something now. You will see what I'm doing. So this is, I'm showing you, I will use whatever I'm doing right now to do an example for you for a trend line in a downtrend as well. So you are going to see something. So let me stop here. So now, okay, all right, so yeah, this trend line is valid. So I want to show you example of trend line. You remember, this trend line here is example of trend line in an uptrend. So I'm showing you trend line in a downtrend now. Now look at whatever we have right here. You understand? Look at this trend line here, crossing from here till here. Now this is a trend line. We have the market coming from here, finding a resistance at this trend line. Immediately we have a break here. You can see that the market moves up. So even if you want to trade this market with this movement, I believe that you should leave your trade. You should leave the market at this 1.28200, because you can see that we have a resistance line here. You can check the video which I made about support and resistance. So if you want to draw your resistance line, you know that your resistance line will surely be at this region here. So let me just show you at this region here. And apart from you having your resistance line at this region here, this place is also a psychological level for a sense that we have 1.8200. Like I said, psychological level, support and resistance. If you work with psychological level, support and resistance, and trend line, you are going to become a pro. So that is why I want you to take all the videos serious. Watch the support and resistance. Also make sure you understand this trend line. I'm still going to make some videos on the trend line break and trend line bounce, and also a video on psychological level if you want. So if you want me to do that as soon as possible, kindly like this video, share it, let it reach to more people, so I'm going to even feel motivated and encouraged to make more of this video for you. So now you can see, after we have this, you can see, let's say you enter your trade at this region right now, you take your profit at this psychological level here or at this resistance level here. That is that. Now you wait for the trade. Now remember what I said in that last video, that this trend line is very valid. It can give you, it is very accurate. If I say something is accurate, 99%, take it. Trend line is very accurate. All these traders that you are saying that they are cashing out big, this is what they are using. This is the secret. So for those that are watching this video until this minute, congratulations, because you are going to understand whatever I'm saying more. So now remember I said something. If you have a trend line like this, the trend line works in both regions. You can see it's just a diagonal line. Now whenever whenever we have your candles that crosses this trend line to the uptrend, after you have a confirmation, just click on your buy, then you take your profit. Now after clicking on that, you wait. Whenever you see that the market break through this candle, like this candle break through this trend line, what did I say? Then you're opting for your sell at this region right here. I will just go for a sell. I will go for a short position at this region right now. Look, seeing this break here, just go for a sell position. Then you can take your profits maybe at this psychological level here. You can even take your profit at this level here, and you can see it was smashed easily. You can take your profit at this level here. You can see we still have the market falling up to this region. So now I don't want to go on this and that. Maybe I'll discuss about, because whatever I'm saying right now, I'm explaining to you about trend line break and trend line bounce. So you should also be taking like that. But if you want me to make a video on break and bounce or on their own, like I said, give some support, like the video, share it, and also put it down in the comment section. Now look at what happened here. Immediately the market was able to like break through this trend line. You can see that the market is now trading in a downtrend and using this trend line to serve as a resistance, coming back here, coming back, going there, coming back. Now I want you to pay attention because I'm trying to let you know that this trend line is working like magic. What happened? Look at what happened at this point here again. Let's say you are in the market, you are not trading, you are just observing the market from this point. You are observing the market, you are just waiting, because you have to wait for market to come to you. Don't rush to market. If you rush to market, you will lose. You wait for the market to come and play according to your own analysis. Now we can call this trend line like a trap. This is the trap that we've laid down for the market. So after this, after we taking our profits here, you understand, and after this breakout here, we're going for a short. Now after taking our profit, even though you take your profit here, or you wait for your profit and you take your profit at this region here, down here. Now what we are doing now is you wait. You are just observing the market. Don't because of this green now you now rush, let me go for buy. No, you are waiting, observing the market to enter your trap. This is our own trap here. This trend line here is the trap we have for the market. Immediately you see that this market with this candle here, this bullish candle, crosses this trend line and break through. You see this second candle, remember this is a 1 hour time frame. This second candle that formed within 1 hour, the next thing is for you to go for a buy, a long. You just from here like this, from this region, just go for a buy, and you can see, look at how many profits you can catch with this. So with this buy now, always target psychological level. For me, I'm going to just leave the market at this psychological level. You can either leave the market at this 1.27800 or you leave it at 1.2800. 1.2800, you can see it was smashed easily. So your take profit, as always, should just be at the recent low, which is this we have here. So look at it. Look at the massive profits we are going to catch with this. This is 1 hour time frame. Don't forget, if you click on 15 minutes time frame, you will see how long this green is. So that is it. It is working like magic. Now look at what happened. Let's say you take out your profit at this region here. Look at what happened again. Now let's say after taking your profit at this region here, it's like after taking your profit at this support zone here, you understand. Remember I made a video about support, how you can take advantage of it. Some traders will go in for a short at this region here. If you watch my support and resistance video, you also know when to enter in this level. So because this is a strong resistance level, so as you see this confirmation, you're going for a short, you take your profit. But now I'm not talking about support and resistance, we are talking about trend line. Now using this concept alone, look at it now. Let's say you didn't even enter your trade here, you wait for the market to come again and playing according to your trap. Now this is your own trap here. You don't mind this what is it called, do not mind whatever you have here. Okay, I still have a circle. Do not mind whatever is playing around here. Your own is, your trap is for the market to come and cross your trend line. This is your own trap. This trend line you are seeing here is our trap here. So immediately the market just come down and crosses this our trend line at this point here, we go in for a sell. So you just come here and you just click on, you go in for a sell on your MetaTraders and you click for a sell. Look at the big profit you can take on this. Look at how big it is. So you can even go out at the psychological level of 1.2600, 1.2600. You can go out at the psychological level here. Look at the massive profits you are going to get yourself. And for this right now, you can see we have a longer red, so you don't need to like put your stop loss at this place here. Just target this place here, target here as your stop loss. Here, this point here, target this point here as your stop loss. Now look at the massive profits you are going to make from this. Now with everything I've explained right now, I don't even need to say much. You can see with this one single trend line, you can see how the market is playing and how we are cashing out from the market. So this is how trend line works. Like I said, stay tuned to this video, subscribe, give some thumbs up, share this video, let it reach to more people so that YouTube can also share it to more people. It can benefit more people. The most important thing is click on that notification bell so that you can get alert whenever I drop another video. So guys, we meet again next time. Bye for now. Thank you all.